Good morning. My name is Melissa French, and this is my video presentation on early childhood education and how it plays a part in democracy. As an introduction, what is early childhood education? And early childhood education is the education of children from birth to age 5, but also includes birth to age 8. In an early childhood program, it's usually from birth to age 5. And the benefits of an early childhood education are outstanding. There are several different benefits that can be included, such as children learn social conflict before they get to school. They are socially and emotionally ready when they get to elementary school. And it also studies have shown that children who enter into early childhood education's programs benefit later on in school and are more likely to graduate from high school. With the history of early childhood education started way back. It stems from European infant schools where women would take children into their homes and for a fee teach them reading and writing and the alphabet. And the purpose of the early childhood education, some of them were to give children who were low income a chance at an education that was free, and also to give children a sense of what life was like. The pioneers of early childhood education. There are quite a few of them, but I've only mentioned a couple that I felt were mostly about early childhood education. First up is Frederick Froberg. He was the father of the kindergarten program, and he believed that children learned through play. And he designed teacher training programs that were focused on teachers observing children and to plan activities that were based on their observations. So it's based on what children were interested in. And that's how the early childhood curriculum became in kindergarten. Next up is Maria Montessori. She was an Italian physician and educator, and she was interested in the way children learned, and she created the Montessori method. And the Montessori method is a method of teaching where there are several child-directed activities set up, and the teacher is merely an observer and steps in when the children are having problems with what they are doing. But teacher's mainly an observer. And Maria Montessori dedicated the later years of her life to advancing her educational method. Then we have Margaret Macmillan, who was an educator and an advocate for young children and their families. And she fought for children to have a healthy, clean school environment. And with this, she created, with her sister, the first open-air nursery because she found that children who were exposed to fresh air and healthy meals along with healthcare and dental care, were more likely to succeed and be in better health and be more ready to learn than children who were not. John Dewey, he is the father of the progressive education, and he felt that children learned best in what they were interested in. And he created the laboratory school in the University of Chicago in 1896. And the curriculum was child-centered, and children were learning what they were interested in, and the teachers were there to help and to observe the children. Early childhood education in a democratic society. What does that look like? First of all, to know what it looks like, you need to know what democracy is, and that is giving people choices on what goes on in their society. So this is democracy in early child education is choices in what is learned, and it is choices of center time and creating good citizens for society, and it's also allowing children to have a voice. And how does early childhood education contribute to the democratic society? Early childhood education creates school-ready children, social and emotionally ready children, and then children that know how to deal with social conflicts and knows right from wrong. And all of these things help children to learn how to function in society. In conclusion, early childhood education benefits everybody, whether it be teachers, family members, or children. And it all ties together into a democratic society. Thank you.